What's up, War Report family? We are back with another great edition of Facts and All, South Carolina edition. Fellas, y'all ready to do this?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get it kicked off like this. Facts or All, Auburn's backup kickers will make at least 2 field goals at South Carolina on Saturday. Fellas, what are we thinking?
I'm actually going facts here. And this is purely off of optimism because the kicking game can't go nowhere but up based on the last couple of weeks. I'm expecting for us to have a lot of opportunities. I'm curious to see how we look in the red zone. There was an element that Bo brought to our offense in the red zone with his ability to run that TJ Finley, I don't think, will bring. So it'll be interesting to see the kind of tough yards that Tank, Hunter, and even Shivers have to make in the red zone. And we may stall out a bit as we're trying to get acclimated to this new offense under Finley, so that will present some opportunities for us to have to kick field goals. And I think we actually do make good on some of these attempts. So being optimistic here, nothing to go on. Facts.
I am going to say facts as well. I'm going to use Caesar's reason. Optimism. How bad could it be? We were missing some chippies, man. We can't have any worse performance than that. God bless Andrews Carlson for everything that he's given to our program. And maybe he was a little hurt before, which that would kind of explain why things were a little off. But it's the new guys' time. Hopefully they get an opportunity. Hopefully they come through when we need them. And I'm going to cross my heart and hope not to die and say, yeah, facts. They kick at least 2.
Listen, I'm going facts on this one. Who are our backup kickers? Evan McGuire and Ben Patton. Redshirt freshman Evan McGuire is 6'4" and 229 pounds. He's a linebacker kicking a football for a football team. So if he gets in the game, I think he's going to make a couple. Words are out of camp that he was making everything under the sun. I can't wait to see somebody get their chance to earn a job. I'm going facts on this one. I think the kickers step up and handle the kicking duties effectively.
All right, fellas, facts or no? Auburn holds South Carolina to under 125 yards rushing this weekend. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I'm going facts. South Carolina is bad at everything. Listen, guys, they're bad at passing. They're bad at rushing. They're bad at tying their shoes. There's no way we should not be able to hold this team under 125 yards. I'm going facts on this one. You cannot let a bad team do a good thing in this game. Facts.
I'm going facts here as well. South Carolina averages 127 yards already on the ground each game. And I think Auburn definitely does a good job of holding them well under that because they're not really much of a threat through the air. I think Auburn focuses on taking away the run, which is one of the things that Mason likes to do on defense anyway. And considering how well of a job we've done throughout this season, stopping people or at least limiting them on the ground, I expect South Carolina to have a rough go at trying to run the football this weekend. And I think that sets us up to actually win this game by taking away the thing that they're going to try to do, which is run the football. So yes, Auburn definitely holds South Carolina under 125 yards. And they do it quite easily too.
I am going to say nah, but not for any of the reasons people expect. I think South Carolina is going to be so bad through the air that they're absolutely going to have to do it with, throws laterally or throws backwards that are going to count as runs behind the line of scrimmage, some QB runs. I think they're going to have to dink, dunk, and some of that's going to get counted as rush yards, and that total by the end of the game, because of how they will have to play from having such limited options at quarterback, will be more than 125. I still think we dominate this game. There's nothing like an embarrassment for one unit to get them up and motivated for the next game. So coming off of that performance by the defense against Mississippi State, I think we come out with our hair on fire, raging after everything. But even if it's a blowout, South Carolina will sneak more than 125 yards, so nah.
All right, guys, facts or nah? Kobe Hudson gets 100 yards receiving against South Carolina. What do you think?
I am going to say nah. But the reason I'm going to say nah is because while Kobe was building a good rapport with Bo, I don't know what type of rapport he has with TJ. I know that TJ really had some good rapport with Kenyon the one time we saw him in some serious game time. And also, TJ did like to spread it around. I was actually enjoying the rapport that Kobe was developing with Bo, especially last game. And that's kind of what we've been waiting all year to see. But new quarterback, man, new rules, new chemistry, new plays. They're going to have to go to some things that are great for TJ, not necessarily that were great for Bo or for Kobe. So I don't know that equates to 100 yards for Kobe. I'm hoping it does. I would love if it did, but for now, no evidence to say that, so I'm going to say nah.
Yeah, I'm going to go now on this one. I think that Finley spreads the ball around. I think he checks down a lot. I think he uses his tight ends. Anything that just gives him easy throws to make. So I'm sure some of those will go to Kobe. But for now, I'm going on this one. I think that Finley spreads the ball around to a lot of different receivers.
I'm just going to go from the tiebreaker and go nah here as well for a lot of the reasons that have already been mentioned. I just think with a new quarterback in, and by the way, our prayers and thoughts are with Bo as he makes a speedy recovery. Thank you for what you've done this year. But I think with Finley coming in, you just don't know who he has a rapport with. And even when he came in, he was building rapport with a lot of guys who were on the second team, who were coming off the bench as well. So we don't know who of the starters he has any type of rapport with. So I'm curious to see how that works. Does Robertson build a connection with him? Do we see Shedrick? Don't know. Won't know until the game goes on. I do expect there to be a lot of throws to the running back side of the backfield, tight ends. And it's just interesting to see how this offense looks with TJ Finley. There's so many unknowns, so it's hard to say that there's going to be a breakout receiver. I would love to see it, but I'm going to go on the safe side here and say nah. We don't get a 100-yard receiver, but I do expect a lot of guys to get opportunities.
All right, guys, you know what time it is. It's time for our fan question of the week. This week's question comes from our guy Swaggy P, that's Shay_Presley on Twitter, and he asks, facts or no, TJ Finley throws for 303 tutties versus South Carolina and gets the win for Bo. Fellas, what do we think?
I'm going to say facts, because if not now, when? I think TJ needs to come out and have a really strong game, really to keep the Wolves from nipping at his heels. I know this is the opportunity he came here for, and we've had our questions about Bo's performances over the course of the year. We didn't want to see TJ come in and flounder as well. We want to see some solid, consistent quarterback play, and I want to see that from TJ Finley. I think this is a great opportunity because South Carolina is not a good team. They may have looked good early, but they lost to Missouri, man, and barely beat Vandy. This is the opportunity. Get some good mojo going. Build some chemistry as the starter. A week full of first-team reps. This is his opportunity. He left LSU, his home state, for it. The school of his home state, just for this opportunity. I think he takes advantage. I think he hits those numbers at the very least. I'm saying facts.
I'm going to go nah here. TJ Finley actually had a really good game against South Carolina last year. Threw for 265 yards at home. So on the road, new team, new opportunity. He's going to be out to try to prove himself, and I think he actually will have a good game. I think he does throw for over 250 yards, but 300, I really do see this coaching staff trying to rely heavily on Tank and Jarquez Hunter in this game. As much as we want this to be a breakout game for Finley and at least show that we are a threat through the air still after Bo Nix's injury, I do expect us to utilize our running game some and try to get them back on track this weekend. So the opportunities may not be there for Finley to throw the ball around a lot, so I don't anticipate him unless he just connects on some long bombs throughout the game. I don't think he gets to 300, so I'm going to say nah.
Yeah, I'm going to go now on this one as well. Again, I just really believe they're going to try to play ball control against a really bad team. Try to get Finley in the flow of the game, give him some easy throws. If he connects on a few bombs, great, but I don't see him reaching the requisite amount of passes to get to 300 yards in this one. I think he has the ability to have a pretty good game, somewhere between 200 and 250, but 300, nah, I don't think so. Well, that's it for another great edition of Facts or Nah. Listen, we want to hear from you. So if you want to get your question featured on this segment, hit us up on Twitter or Instagram, hashtag Facts or Nah, and we'll get your question up on the next segment. Other than that, you know where to find us. We are The War Report on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TW Report on TikTok. Gentlemen, we're signing off, and as always, War Eagle.
War Eagle.